Most of my research focuses on social policy. I'm always surprised at how little people know about the social policies that affect their everyday lives.
This summer I wrote an op-ed about supporting some legislative measures with the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. In 2011 it was allowed to expire. The day after the op-ed was published, Senator Hutchison, who had refrained from voting on the act, voted in favor.
You have to start painting a different picture and telling a different story.
I sent a note saying, what if I change this? And she said, that'd be great. And within 3 hours, we had the op-ed in the Atlantic.
Your successes, it's been really amazing. We've had 50 plus, really incredible. Yeah.
Once you know who you're talking to, and once you know who you're talking with and what you're talking about, you can start tailoring your message.
Cross-pollination is where research says the most innovative thinking and ideas come from the collision of different ideas.
One thing can trigger another thing very quickly.
I've had several people tell me they invited me to speak because of having op-eds published.
I run an international conference for professionals who fight crimes against children. One thing that I would love the public to be more aware of is that it's all of our responsibility to watch out for each other and to protect our kids.
So I've had 2 op-eds published, one in the Dallas Morning News that talked about the importance of focusing on college graduation. And then the second op-ed actually was one of the hijacking headlines op-eds. So at the time, the NFL refs strike was a big deal, and I drew a parallel between referees and teachers.
I think the problem is the stigma that exists for people who need mental health services. And I think as long as that stigma is in place, it's not going to matter how much money we throw at the problem. People still won't seek those services.
We train teachers to take those things that they're learning and using textbooks for, but using the outdoors as a tool. There are so many things that can wow kids that are just right outside the classroom door.
70% of the people living in poverty around the world are women, and they're usually mothers, but only 7% of all the philanthropic dollars go towards organizations that support those women.
For the gang members, unfortunately, the only ones that were able to get out of that cycle without ending up in prison, without getting shot, without ending up addicted to drugs, was if their parents were engaged and committed to them.
As Muslim women, they have to deal again with their lack of proper understanding of what their rights within the faith are. There is no room for the abuse. There is no room for the humiliation.
The op-eds that I've published have helped raise the profile of the organization I work with, and seeing that that the work that we're doing actually does really matter to people beyond those that are directly impacted by that issue.
One of the things that I've learned, and it's something that's so easy to overlook and underestimate because it's such a simple thing, it's the power of collaboration. How important it is to take in those different perspectives.
Why does learning decay over the summer? And if it does, how can we reverse that trend? The response, because it was in the Dallas Morning News, so it was a very local story, very positive impact for everything from my board of directors to my staff. Some of our legislators read it and understood it.
Getting to do this on a more international level, a broader level, and speak to more people through media outlets that many others read has been very exciting.
My main work has been on a figure from the 14th century, Saint Bridget of Sweden, and theological debates that arose about her authority as a visionary writer. I received a lot of responses, over 350 comments and lots of tweets.
My burning desire, really everyone in our organization, is that we believe every child deserves an excellent education. And to do that, we think that the biggest problem that we have is a talent gap in education, where we really haven't, over the last 30 years, gotten the best and brightest people going into the profession.
I've spent 23 years committed to stopping violence against women. I have testified in the legislature. I have worked with the police to change the laws.
Because of an op-ed piece I wrote, I got engaged even more with our Dallas Morning News. And then the mayor of Dallas has decided to stand up and say, men should not hurt women. And it is so exciting, the whole contagion that's happening.
Investing in women is investing in the community, but then I want to make sure that people hear what's going on and what's important in domestic minor sex trafficking, in economic security, in payday loans, and in all the issues that impact women in our community.
I would like to be known for being hopefully an effective advocate for social and economic justice, and then really a tireless pursuer of that.
Community organizing and the work that we do to get more folks to participate in the political process is actually something that will create positive change for the whole society. I think that would be an amazing legacy.
What I want to be remembered for, I think probably is what a lot of people want to be remembered for, having that idea that sparks a change.
Being a part of this project has absolutely changed my view on my voice and its value. One small drop makes a ripple. One person can make a difference.
I've written about, I think, 5 or 6 pieces during this project so far.
I've written 11 op-eds so far, so I feel it's my duty to give Texas another voice.
Don't sell yourself short. You know, don't let your fears stop you from being the change in the world that you want to be.
You're dedicating your lives to really changing our society for the better, and your ideas and your thoughts and your work really deserves to be shared.
It's such an honor and a privilege to work with these women and to help get their voices out there.
Our vision is of a world where the best ideas, regardless of where they come from, will have a chance to be heard and to shape society and to change the world.